Life, it ebbs, it flows. It's almost as if it's a story. We all have our own individual stories that we live. I'm a personal trainer in Troy, Ohio, and I'm also a recovering addict. And I've seen firsthand how many people share similar stories. There's just different details. I don't know anybody that has been in a position that has not been drugged through the mud. They feel dirty, they feel like they're a mess, they don't know what they're doing with their life, they feel so alone, and they just want to pull out their hair and they just want some help, and that's the feeling that they have. We've all had that feeling, every single one of us. And then we grow up, we get a job, we might have some other stuff that happens, have kids, and I'd say the majority of us, we leave it. We package it up in a bag, we put it in a closet, we lock it, and we pretend like it doesn't exist. We all have these stories. I don't know any of your stories, but I know mine. I'll just give you some cliff notes of it. I'm a recovering addict. I overdosed on heroin with my son in the car when he was 2 years old. I lived in Florida, homeless. I slept in parks. There was one park I slept in, and 3 o'clock in the morning, the reclaimed sprinkler system came on and woke me up, and I had to start walking with a wet backpack. I got kicked out of an abandoned house. Like, I was squatting in the house, someone else was squatting in the house, and I got kicked out by the other guy squatting. Like, how do you do that? I've slept on beaches, I've slept on house steps and church steps, I've eaten out of trash cans. I mean, I've been in and out of jail more times than I can think of. The last time I spent in jail, I spent 5 months in jail and 4 months in rehab before I started my new life. And that's my story. It wasn't until I got to Troy where I started seeing so many similar circumstances of people that are experiencing different tragedies, so many divorces. People, that's a real thing where you're with someone that's a narcissist, or they experience abuse or neglect or unhealthy lifestyle behaviors that have been taught to them for years, and they get to a point in their life where they're sick because of the things that they've been putting in their body, and they aren't moving. And how do you get something going that isn't in motion? That's tough. So the 3 things that I want to talk about, the first is avoiding it. Like I said, it's so easy to avoid it. It seeps out though, guys. It seeps out into your relationships. It seeps out into your confidence. It seeps out into not allowing us to really be who we are. The second, my personal favorite, okay, this is my favorite, is to wear it like a badge of honor. Because I've been through worse. It's you dig through that mess of PTSD, addictions, whatever it is that you went through, those skeletons, and you cry and you bury yourself in it for a little bit, but it hurts. And when you come out on the other side, you have this knowledge, you have this confidence. It's like you have a stripe on your arm. You graduated. You have something that can hold you up when you have other obstacles in life. When you have another thing that happens, it doesn't cause you as much fear. Because I've been through worse. I've been through worse. The last thing is that mess that we have, that every single person has, you can turn it into a message. You can turn your mess into a message. Because when it all comes down to it, guys, we all went through this. Every single one of us. And we all were in that spot where we just wanted someone to help. We didn't even want to talk about it to the people that really cared about us. And so we end up talking about it to people that don't care about us. So we are so alone. And if you don't wear your mess, at least just a shred, by owning it and talking to just that one person, we don't know if that one person only has that chance to talk to you. Because like I said in the beginning of the speech, what if it was created for us? What if this life we lived, and it can be difficult to swallow. But what if those things that we experienced were designed not just for us to live through, but to help that one other person down the road? It might be your kid, but if you don't talk about the crap you went through ever, your kids aren't even going to feel comfortable enough to talk to you about it. Or your students, or your coworkers, because they're all around us. So that's my challenge to you guys. That is my challenge. I want each and every one of you to look into your bag of garbage, of your neglect, of your pain, of your suffering, whatever it is, the skeleton that you put in the closet. Go through it. Open that door and cry. Relive it. Soak it up. And understand that it's there for you to give you strength and to give others hope.